Welcome to the video interviews with PropTech and ConTech startups and their collaborations with the construction and real estate industry. My name is Christoph Baier from Ambivation, and today I would like to welcome Jordan Hills from RYSTA. Jordan, hi, good morning.
Good morning, Christoph. Thanks for having me, and good to be speaking to you all.
Looking forward to that. Just a heads up, I would like to talk about why we do these video interviews. Our intention is, on the one hand, to give startups a stage to present their innovation potential. On the other hand, we would like also to show the established real estate industry and the construction industry new solutions for existing challenges and problems. And we also would like, from the methods and from the culture, build some bridges between companies and startups, because there is some gaps to overcome. Just straight into the conversation. Jordan, I would like to know, who are you and what do you do with RYSTA?
My name's Jordan Hills. I'm a market development manager with RYSTA. So supposed to be reaching out to new international markets, helping bring our new technologies into construction and real estate as well. And what RYSTA is we are an IoT PropTech startup based in Berlin. IoT meaning Internet of Things. Primarily what we're focused on is monitoring construction environments remotely. And so the way that we do that is we have sensors that we place around a construction site, and these sensors collect environmental site data, and they send that data straight into the construction diaries of the project managers, of the corporates and whoever else needs that information. And so some of the things that we measure are like temperature, humidity, volatile organic compounds, dust, all these kind of environmental factors which are going on across a site. And by bringing that data directly to the people who need it, they know what's happening on the site at all times, and they don't even need to be there. Analytics is a big part of what we do as well. So using the data that we collect from construction sites, we create actionable insights and risk alerts. So if we detect that something's wrong on the site that's important, we can automate an alert so that that problem can be looked into and solved straight away. And essentially what that means is better decision making, which is coming from more information, right and timely data, saving time, not having to walk the site all the time and manually check up on things, quality assurance, which is really important, especially on handover of buildings or of the site to the customers, and also just in general risk alerts, understanding what's happening, keeping historical data from the site. And so, aside from I would say efficiencies and things like that, it's also about safety and sustainability, which we can all improve through data. And so one of the big use cases, as a good example, is the drying process on construction sites. And so apartments can absorb a lot of water during construction, and that water, if it's not dried out properly, can turn to things like mold, dampness issues, things like that. And so while the apartments or the building is being built, it's really important to monitor the rooms to make sure that they're drying correctly. And so we solve that problem using our sensors by collecting temperature and humidity data 24/7. And so the project managers know at all times whether the rooms are drying, if there's a problem, and if there are issues, say things are too damp, they can go and they can rectify that quickly. So that's kind of a broad overview of what we do.
Great, thank you. I especially agree on the construction site monitoring. I think it's a very growing topic, growing demand, and it's a big trend, let's say. Coming to the next question, can you give us an example of a collaboration with a company from the real estate or construction industry?
Yeah, of course. So a good example of a company that we've been collaborating with is TM Ausbau. They are a general contractor based in Germany, and they work on larger commercial construction sites. So things like apartment blocks and other commercial buildings. We we met them some time ago and have been piloting our sensors on one of their sites, and it was a large site. It had about 260 apartments on it, and they were really excited about the potential of the technology to help them monitor this site and other sites as well. And so we started the collaboration with identifying the problem, which was around the drying process, and then setting up a series of sensors around the site. So we worked really closely with them to test that and to deliver the site data to their project manager, who was working on the site. And one of the things for him is that every day he needed to go around and manually measure the temperature and humidity data from the rooms, because it was his responsibility to make sure that these apartments are drying. And working with him and TM Ausbau, we were able to collect that data, send it to them, and so now they don't need to walk the site, and they can see if there's a problem in one of those apartments. And so part of that collaboration was that pilot phase, but also what we're working on doing is tailoring the solution to TM Ausbau and their needs. So that's about dashboards where you view the data. So what's an effective dashboard for them? What does it need to look like? What is the important information they want to see? All those sorts of things. And so we're really happy and really lucky to be working with a company like that, who is really excited about innovation and about what technology can bring to them, and that are really kind of active and hands-on with making sure that it's a success. Yeah.
Great, thank you. You already talked about the next question that I would typically ask you, which is like how the company benefits from working with you. Maybe you can summarize a little bit, like 2 or 3 points. What is the most important benefit for your client?
Absolutely, yeah. I'll go into a bit more detail. So, the big benefit for the project manager is the time saved throughout the day, and this is every day. So he was saving about 1.5 hours, not having to walk around the site and look at the rooms and collect the data, upload it into their report, and also calculate how the rooms are drying. And so that's a big saving of time, and it means that they can focus on other important things which are happening. And so with the RYSTA sensors, we're able to collect that data automatically for them and send it straight to their dashboards, which that data is then available to do what they need to do with it. And it's really peace of mind knowing that the site, the rooms are drying correctly, even if you're not there, even if it's on a weekend. And so I think that's a really big benefit. And then out of the tighter monitoring, that means quality assurance. And so it's really important for construction companies when they hand over buildings to customers to be able to assure that the quality is at a certain level. And by monitoring the drying process, and making sure that rooms are drying correctly, this absolutely helps in that quality assurance phase. And ultimately, at the end of the day, better quality assurance leads to customer retention, and good. It's good for everybody involved. So those are kind of the big things that it's solving for them.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, I will say the other thing I forgot is the sustainability side of things. That's a big point. So if there's too much dampness and mold grows, or the walls are too damp, then that needs to be rectified. There needs to be rework done, and that's going to delay the construction project as well. So from a sustainability side, we're cutting down on the rework. So that means less materials used, less building that doesn't need to be done. But also it's about not delaying projects as well. And delays, there are a lot of delays that happen on construction sites, and so being able to reduce the amount of delays that happen is also a really, really big factor for companies. Yeah.
Great, thank you. And then talking about the collaboration of companies and startups, in this case like ConTech and the companies from the construction sector. Do you have some experiences, some tips and tricks for companies and startups how to work together better?
A big thing for us is, or from my experience, has been finding a company that is a right match, and being patient to do that rather than kind of rushing in with the first opportunity that comes up. It's important that both the startup and the corporate are well aligned, and they're aligned towards the same goal. And you want there to be, a level of excitement, like they're excited about the potential for this. They're excited about the problem and the challenge that it's going to solve. I think that's really important, and also for both parties to be, open-minded. And startups and corporates work in quite different ways. I've found startups move very fast, whereas corporates they require a bit more time to sign off on things, to move things forward. And it's important to be. I think it's really important to be mindful of that. So yeah, being open-minded, also about where the collaboration could lead, because sometimes you start at one point and you might end up in a completely different place, which you never even expected. And I think for these collaborations to work, it's also important to recognize that. But yeah, for me, it's about having that shared vision, that really positive engagement, excitement about the project. That's a big one. And it's important to remember as well what both parties bring to the table. I think startups, they're very innovative, and they're focused on solving problems in new and innovative ways. And corporates don't always have that ability within themselves to do that, but corporates bring a lot of industry expertise, a lot of opportunity, the ability to trial and get feedback, and also the ability to scale. And so I think it's a really nice match to have startups and corporates working together. And it's very important as well if we want to make changes in the industry. The other thing that's worked really well for us as a startup is having experienced and well-connected investors. And that's essential, because having a strong network who is well experienced in the industry, that brings a lot of opportunity, it brings a lot of great advice and a lot of insights. And oftentimes when you're a startup, you're just learning, and there's a lot of trial by error. And having these investors or networks that can sort of set you in the right direction, guide you along the way, that really helps. But also finding these opportunities and making friendly introductions and kind of facilitating that whole process, that's really crucial.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing these insights. And I think one of the investors that is supporting you is also High-Rise Ventures from Claudia Nagel. So it's good to hear about your experience there.
Yeah, and they've been fantastic, and been working with them for some years now, and it's great to be working with them, because we get a lot of valuable insight, valuable advice, and valuable connections. So yeah, it's a great relationship.
Great. Talking about the next few years, what is going to move you there?
We're really excited about the construction industry and where it's going. There's in ConTech, there is a huge, I would say, explosion of data and technology that's entering the industry. And we've always seen that when data is added to an industry, there is a huge jump in productivity. And that's been seen in a number of places, and a great example is manufacturing. Construction is a bit behind the curve on that, but it's really heating up now. There's a lot of startups doing some amazing innovations that are solving really kind of specific problems on construction sites, and we're really excited to be part of that. And with what we're focusing on, room drying, but also the technology can be applied to improving more efficiencies in different areas, improving sustainability, improving safety. that's really exciting for us. It's what's driving us. We're really keen to disrupt the industry and make it easier for all people involved to to work and to get construction done. And so it's really exciting, and it's a great in this industry to be a part of, and great timing. So looking forward to the coming years and how things are going to develop. Yeah.
That sounds very promising from several aspects. Talking about the next question, what is the best way to reach out to you?
Yeah, so you can go to, if you want a better overview of what we do in our technology, you can go to our website, www.rysta.io. There's a great introduction about our construction monitoring and the drying process, and you can easily reach us through that website as well. We're available on LinkedIn, and also we can, people can contact myself directly or any one of the other team members. And I guess you'll have maybe the links with the video, Christoph.
Yeah, we will add the links, yeah, of course.
So yeah, feel free, everybody, to reach out, even if you're interested and want to find out a little bit more. We'd love to talk and meet.
Great, Jordan. Then from my side, I first of all want to say thank you for your time, but also the introduction to RYSTA, your specific cooperation example, and of course the tips and tricks. So from my side, I would like to wish you continued success and all the best for the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christoph. We appreciate it, and always great talking. So thanks, and all the best for you as well.